Hello everyone, I'm Renzoline here, and before you watch this video, I want you to go ahead and watch this video. It may seem a bit weird, make your own judgment, assign your own opinion, and then come back and watch this video, because if you don't, it's not going to make any sense and you're going to hate it. With that being said, if you have watched this video, good. Was that enough of an intro for you? This video pisses me the f off. Now, as a prerequisite, I just want to say I have never been like a Universal Monsters guy. I never grew up with the movies. I would have had to be like 100, but I never watched them really. But they are famous designs. I feel like everyone has seen a Universal Monster before just because of how iconic they are. And they're great designs, they really are. They hold up the test of time, they're just iconic ass designs. Frankenstein's monster, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, all these designs are just so good. I will admit I'm more of like an actual monster guy, like I prefer creatures, like literal creatures, not so much humanoid, but you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, not good designs, are bad, I don't like them, it's bad. Like, I acknowledge that they're good. This, on the other hand, is not good. This is a trailer for, it's called, I don't know, is this a pilot for a show or something? It's a 9-minute special thing. So every single comment on this damn video is like, this is great, this is really good, this is awesome. And I watched it and I hated the entire thing. It's trying too hard to be cool, I think, is the tone is very confused. It kicks off in Hong Kong and you've got like, all these guys coming in, and then the camera like pans like this, it's like this temple, and then this guy is like, that's Count Dracula, and I was like, no it's not. Count Dracula has probably one of the most iconic designs of all time, and to just turn it into some schlub is very strange to me. And then he's being cornered by Van Helsing, who has cool Bucky Barnes Winter Soldier arms, and I'm not super familiar with Van Helsing, but I know that he's not like a guy with like cool robot. I get it, it's their own take, right? You can do you, but at the same time you gotta be faithful to the original designs, right? You gotta be a little faithful, you can't just make shit up. I feel like that's a thing. If you don't respect the original design, it's just a new character, or it's inspired by that character, right? But you don't just go, yep, that's Van Helsing. The one thing that people are consistently saying about it is that it looks good. It looks good. It's rendered well. I'll give it that. It is rendered very well. But outside of that, I don't know if I'd say it looks good. A lot of the animation is very janky. It's very spastic. And the lip sync's pretty bad. There's not a lot of emotion behind the faces. And then one of them turns out to be Bride of Frankenstein, who in this context doesn't make sense to be called Bride of Frankenstein. It seems very strange. She's kind of assembling the Avengers in this case. I hate this design. There is nothing I like about this design. It does not feel genuine to me at all. I do care about the fact that it looks stupid. She's got a cool ass leather jacket, her hair is braided and slicked back. It's like, no, I hate that. What's fun about the original Bride of Frankenstein's design is that the hair is crazy. That's kind of what makes it iconic, and the white streaks. The white's there, but now they're white braids. She just spouts the most nonsense dialogue. The writing in this is atrocious. It's really bad.
The way your story usually goes, you're alone, and Van Helsing here kills you. But that's not your story anymore, Drac. I am here to help you rewrite your fate. Ow. Bite him.
Then they go to like a house, or they go to like this casino place, and they're wearing masquerade masks, and then she like, it's the Wolfman, and then she's like, we don't have to hide anymore. She takes off her mask, like, well, why'd you put it on in the first place? Just to be dramatic? And his design is actually, I think, the least offensive because it is just a pretty one-for-one Wolfman. Although, could have been hairier. He's a little too attractive looking. He's a little too handsome for my taste. Wolfman is usually supposed to be very creepy. You look at the original Boris Karloff. Is that right? He's kind of got like a scary face thing going on. I like that. Isn't really here. And they leave, and then sure enough, they go to a tomb. And this is the one that kind of, I have a lot to say about this one. It's the mummy. The mummy is usually just like a mummy, right? He's not usually like a pharaoh or like, there's girl mummies. There are. She's just a girl, you know? And the biggest thing is, I don't want to get under anyone's, you know, I don't want to piss anyone off here, but she looks to be Asian? And to me, that doesn't seem right. Right? Am I? Okay, because she is the one character that you probably can't change the race of because she's Egyptian. Like, they're meant to be from Egypt. And to me, that's very confusing because this is the one character whose race probably shouldn't change because it's inherently tied to their backstory and their character overall. So to me, it's very, very confusing. I mean, it's not a horrible design by any means, but it is literally just a girl with some an Egyptian gown. It doesn't really look particularly interesting. She doesn't like, I guess she can control people. That's one thing she can do. And then we get to the end of the trailer where they go into this room and there's a bunch of these guys, and also there's this plot point about everyone turning black and white and they're trying to avoid that. They go to this place and then sure enough, there's this guy there, and then they power him up, and he's this big buff guy. He's this big jacked buff dude. And he's Frankenstein's monster is what when I saw this, I didn't clue into the fact that it was Frankenstein. I was like, wait, who's that? Who's that supposed to be? And Thatcher's like, it's Frankenstein. Like, what? Vaguely, you got the idea down, right? He's like slightly green. He is actually more yellow tinted. They got the hair, but he's got like shaved side. Dude, he looks so cool. And he goes, "We will be monsters." And it's we will be monsters. And then he punches the wall, and then a portal opens up to another world somehow. I don't know how he did that. He can just do that now. And sure enough, on the other side, it's Fortnite. What? Yeah, it's Fortnite. Fortnite, it's the same day this dropped, the Frankenstein girl was in Fortnite. You could play as her. It looks horrible. I didn't know it was from something at the time. I just said, man, that is a horrible design. I really hate that. Now, they also have the Mummy and Frankenstein's monster, but they don't look anything like they do. They just look like the classic designs. But for some reason, the only one who's actually in the game right now, they might change it, they might throw in more later, but right now it was only the Frankenstein girl. And then they jump into the port. It's the cringiest way to do a crossover ever. You're just a fan, you don't know what this is, you're just watching it. Are you gonna piece in the fact that they're going to Fortnite? Probably not. You're probably not even gonna recognize it. It's not like an exciting reveal where you're like,
Fortnite!
Most people aren't gonna know it's Fortnite. I think it's hilarious. It's Fortnite, obviously. What else would it be? It's not Fortnite! How do you know? God. Ugh. So truthfully, it's not that offensive. It's just kind of a weird thing that exists. But to me, I thought it was stupid. The writing, the music, the designs, it's all gross. And it makes me angry. I mean, it fills me with rage. Fills me with, who the frick is? Look, all I'm saying is you can like this. You can think it's cool, and you know, if you watch it and you think, and if you like it, more power to you. I think that the way the monsters are portrayed in this video is very uncharacteristically like them. Like I said, I don't know a lot about Universal monsters, but I feel like this is a very disrespectful way to use them and completely misunderstand what they're about and butcher their designs so horribly that I wouldn't even want to buy an action figure of these guys. I'll stick with the classic designs. I'll hope that maybe one day Universal can get their shit together and actually figure out what they want to do with these things. Because whether this be a pilot for a show, whether this be a pilot for a movie, it doesn't make much sense, but you know what I mean. I'm not into it Thank you for putting the Universal Monsters in Fortnite Epic Games. You guys are very cool. Who's your favorite Universal Monster? Is it Mummy or is it Dracula's? Or is it perhaps the Green Man? That's another thing, by the way. They didn't even put all the monsters in this freaking thing. They literally forgot the Invisible Man and the Green Thing. You know, the Green Thing, my favorite Universal monster. Swamp Man, Swamp Thing, the creature from the Black Lagoon. That's what it's called. Or maybe if Invisible Man was there and he was just invisible the entire time. That'd be funny. Why'd you forget those guys? Those guys are cool. They're fun. They're cool ass monsters, and you're just forgetting about the best ones. I don't care that Frankenstein is a goddamn ripped hunk now. I don't care that Bride of Frankenstein is like a cool Hunger Games badass chick who kicks people's asses. That's all she wrote.